Okay, today we are playing a game on Oasis. We are playing 2 rounds as Mercy and 1 round as Mei, and there is no SR for today's game, for it was a quick play game, which also means we don't care about our team comp today. 2 days in a row where I've had to do essentially 0 video editing. What a time to be alive. There's no point worrying about it in a quick play. Look, there's a fucking Doomfist over here. It's all over, you know how it is. We're just gonna start the game. You might also notice that the game is slightly more Germanic than you're used than you are used to it being. English is such a fucked up language. Thank goodness it's in German instead. So we are on City Center first. That's the map name. Don't go on to the point ahead of your team because there's no point. This is just like mad dangerous. Just like just skirt. Yeah. No reason. Risk dying. Is there a super high risk of dying? No, but some risk of dying is higher than no risk of dying. Just don't go going ahead of your team. So Orisa currently needs healing, and we've taken a while to get to her. She's already dead. In fact, we res her. It's a bit of a risky maneuver, but we're in the outhouse in the center, so we get away with it. Don't go in the room. This room is bad times. Like, just poke your head around the corner and attach to the Junkrat. Don't actually go in the room. Oh, God. So, fortunately, this is a quick play game. So, they're doing a bad job of killing us. You might notice that Doomfist has done the world a favor and thrown himself off a cliff. So, good news. Good news, team. Unfortunately, the rest of our team are dead. And by the rest of our team, I mean the 2 people that we've actually seen. Because Lord only knows where the rest of them are. So, off of this first excursion, we've done a bad job of keeping an eye on our teammates' health, because we let Orisa die before we actually noticed that she needed healing, and we went way too close to people. Ideally, as Mercy, the enemy team never even actually gets to see you, because you just heal around a corner instead, and they never actually see you. We're walking into Junkrat right now, and it's okay, he's bad. So we get away with it, but like we were just walking straight into Junkrat right there. There goes the cat. Got to keep an idea, I mean, keep an idea by all means, but you got to keep an eye on where you're going because you don't want to just walk straight into the enemy team. So went over there to heal Reaper. The rest of our team kind of were just fine without us. Because I mean, look, shit's fucked. Okay, it's a quick play game. Shit's pretty fucked up right now. We've got Valkyrie. We're not doing a lot of, like, looking around, either. We are on PC, so looking around is really easy. When you're playing any kind of... Like, Mercy, as a hero, is very light mechanically. There isn't much she has to do. She just got to tether to someone, and then that's it. She's done, right? So you can spend basically the entire time looking around, right? Which we're not doing very much of. We're kind of just, like, fixating on the person that we're tethered to, or looking at the person that we're trying to get to. Look around. You don't want to get taken by surprise. You just want to keep an eye. You just want to keep an eye on everything around you because you don't want to get crept up on by anybody. You need to know where everyone's at. And this is kind of stopped. Like, we can't get to that person. Here's what this person's through a wall. Here's what you do in this situation. You put the mouse over him and you tap the I need healing button because if you're hovering over another person, it says come to me for healing. And if they don't come to you for healing, fuck them. You're more important than them. Just keep an eye on everything else. Like, the soldier has pulled off a pretty illegal maneuver, it looks like, but you gotta keep, like, yeah, this was not, like, he fucking went for it and he got away with it. Like, fuck me. Look at that kill cam. Jesus Christ, he just walked right through our team. But you just, like, ping him, fuck it. If he ain't coming over, let him die. Whatever. You're more important than him. You gotta keep an eye out for things like that happening, because you never know when your team are just gonna let Soldier walk through the team and kill you, right? You've gotta keep an eye out for that. And then, hopefully somebody helps, but if not, if you know it's coming, you can just pull out the pistol and shoot him instead. So we've still got Valkyrie. That's cool, you know. It's still a good ultimate, even after it got nerfed. We can't heal that boy. Again, don't just, like, stare at the dude. Just keep looking around. It's important to keep an eye on everything that's happening. Everything, like, right now, like, keep looking behind you every now and then, because there's a doorway over there as well, and that doorway is just as scary as this doorway. In fact, the other doorway's more scary, because you can't see it all the time. So we don't switch over to healing that boy before he dies. He died regardless, but, I mean, you know. If you're gonna res him, go around the wall first, because we're standing right out in the open right now. Like, frankly, it's probably not even worth it, because he's kind of in the position where he's probably gonna die right after he gets up again. We're just gonna stand behind the wall first, and then res him, like, more out of line of sight. Because just resing him out on the point is basically like sentencing yourself to death. And yeah, Widow got us in the end. We did manage to res McCree, but it cost us our life. And we're more important than McCree as Mercy. All supports are the now, this boy earlier was, I'm pretty sure, making fun of Farah for being a no-skill hero. And now he seems to be doing the same thing with Widow. Now, see, the thing is, Widow does actually take skill, like, you know, it doesn't quite translate one-to-one, you know, big splash weapon, actually, like, pixel-perfect weapon. It doesn't quite overlap super well, so our team got fucked, while we were dead. Oh, we didn't actually kill him, Reaper stole our slow-mo kill, how dare he. So that round didn't go super well. The thing I'm noticing the most so far is we're not doing a lot of looking around, which is really important. It's important in general, but it's particularly important for support because you need to know what's going on with your team, and you need to know where the enemy team are because you don't want to get crept up upon by the enemy team. Just keep damage boosting this boy. He doesn't need healing right now. Like, you can just change it over to healing if he starts taking damage. There's a very common thing with Mercy players to be just on the healing beam on somebody that's on full health. Just change over to the damage beam. If you're healing somebody at full health, that is the same as you having your beam turned off. Just be damage boosting the boy. And I know what it is. The people are afraid that the person's going to unexpectedly take a big burst of damage and you're not going to switch to healing in time. If they take the big burst of damage, they're probably going to die regardless. So it doesn't matter. Like, if you could realistically save the person, you're going to have time to change over to the healing beam. Just be damage boosting him the rest of the time. So he's dead. We can hide around this corner. We can res him. Hooray. Great. And the rest of our team are still, like, important, though. Like, we've followed this Junkrat. Don't do that. Like, you're gonna jump into a mad dangerous situation to do that. You can just stay up here and actually, like, heal people who are, like, jumping down here to save heal this person, not worth it. You put yourself in a way more dangerous position. You don't want to ever put yourself in a dangerous position to try and save somebody else, because you are more important than them. So if you think that trying to save them is like more riskier, might get you killed, fuck it. There's no point you going to try and help somebody and then getting yourself killed. We didn't die right there, obviously, but most games, you just like jump straight down onto the objective from up there, like during the first team fight. That's a good way to die as Mercy, because everybody's gonna like, oh, look, Mercy. People are like, look, it's a quick play game. People are bad. People are bad in general. But, like, we should probably have gotten punished for more stuff than we've gotten punished for so far. But it's alright, because they're really bad, and they're, like, basically we're playing deathmatch right now. Like, the objective barely even matters. Everybody's just kind of, like, roaming around the map doing their own thing. We're having a fight over here now. I can't imagine we're actually trying to kill more than one person in that hallway. I've been watching the kill feed, and I think I've seen, like, 4 people throw themselves off the edge so far, so, you know, that's cool and all. Just, like, press right up against it. We look up in the kill feed, we see Widow just killed 2 people. Press right up against that wall, because you don't want to also die to Widow. Kill feed's really important because it tells you what currently scary things are happening. And if you see Widow kill a bunch of people, that means Widow's scary right now. And it's also important because you can see how many of your team are dead. And that's important information, because if you see that, like, 2 people are dead, you should probably just be leaving. Because if your team's down, like, two people relative to the enemy team, you probably lost. So, and I just saw Anna throw that grenade. And the trajectory that that's going at, don't think she realizes these people are, like, a floor below us right now. Because it looks like she threw that directly at them, like where their silhouettes would be. I don't think she knows. It's just the trajectory seems to be, like, really aimed at them. So, anyway, fight's still going well. As you can see, we never even lost the objective, despite Widowmaker killing 3 people on our team. Because I'm pretty sure that they were also missing like 3 people at that point in time. Junkrat decided that he didn't want to kill us right there, even though he definitely could have done. Pull out the pistol, didn't even have to. Doomfist's a big boy. He just ended up getting killed by Reaper instead, but I mean, I'm glad that we pulled it out anyway. So, right here, we're kind of like, we're tracking away from Junkrat, which is, like, fair enough. But, again, we gotta, like, keep an eye on people. By the time we notice that Orissa's dying, she's already dead. And then, oh no, oh god. The Genji, like, pulls out the Dragon Blade, like, as soon as we use our ultimate, which is just, like, unfortunate. Then we bunk our head on the roof, but Widow's also shooting at us. Genji could have dashed up after us anyway. It was gonna be bad, regardless. Voice line's really good. Just listen to that. That's definitely the noise I'd make if I got shot in the head, to be fair. Think about it, right? Just think about that sentence. So, they managed to get control of the checkpoint. It's alright, that's the first that they've gotten control of it the entire time. It's not the checkpoint because it's not a capture point. Well, okay, it is. It's not a checkpoint because it's not a payload map, so it's not a checkpoint. It's just a point. It's not a point. They haven't had it all around, so like they're at 0% right now, and we got all the time in the world. Why are we over here? Because we're trying to heal Tracer. That's a very interesting path she went on, isn't it? She was like right down here with us. We're doing that. That's fair enough. Fuck, now she's up there. She's gone. Just like turn back around and like go back over to your team, because it was a very unusual path Tracer went in, but she's on her own at that point. So it's alright. Fight's like already over when this happened, so it's not super scary. This is true. This is a good point. Widowmaker, we do know still know Widowmaker's on the enemy team, so we've got to bear in mind where we're standing, because Widowmaker has been over in this area basically the entire time, so we've got to be careful about being in line of sight to that area, because we know she's in the map, right? We know she's not in the map, she's on the map. We know she's on the map, so we've got to be wary about where we're standing, because if we're standing out where she's likely to be looking, it's pretty easy for her to kill us. So we've entered the Mei segment of the game now. Let me go back and look at the team, because I'm kind of wondering, like, why we changed to Mei. I mean, you know, we're playing quick play, so it doesn't really matter. I'm guessing it's because we looked and we saw somebody was playing Ana, and we're like, yeah, I'm gonna play Mei now. I don't really support it, like, but also, here's the thing, it's a quick play game, so fuck team comp, right? We've had a Widowmaker and a Doomfist this entire time, so right, like, who cares, I suppose. So, this is, probably the best map to play Mei on for Oasis, because it's relatively confined compared to the other maps. Man, Blizzard gets so much mileage out of turning Widowmaker into Nova, and vice versa. Like, they must be so happy. The Overwatch team must be so happy that it just worked out that there was another famous sniper. Because they get a lot of mileage out of that one. I remember, I was like, alright, what are they gonna do in Heroes of the Storm? Because they already have a sniper in there, so what are they gonna do when they add Widowmaker? They like, don't worry, we're just gonna put Widowmaker over Nova. Hey, easy money. And then they did the same thing over here as well. Fair enough, you know. And then they turned Torbjorn into Magni, which also makes sense, to be fair. What else did they do? Pudge got turned into... Pudge, fucking hell. Close. Roadhog got turned into Butcher. Who else did they do? They did someone else. I don't know why I'm worrying about this right now. I'm just trying to think who else they did, because they did someone else, didn't they? Zarya's the Barbarian. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. I was a little upset that Moira didn't get the witch skin, because That would make sense. The witch even has a beam attack in Diablo, but no, Moira was is the newest hero, so she didn't get to be a part. Oh, Doomfist is somebody as well, isn't he? Yeah, I don't know who. Who cares, right? Doomfist's barely in the game. I was upset that Moira didn't get the witch skin, because I want Moira very badly to actually have a good skin. And the witch is... I like the witch's design in Diablo, but no. No. Anyway, enough talking about skins, even though, let's be real, they're the best part of the game, because God knows the game itself is trash, right? The best part is the fashion. This is often the case. So, look, we've already lost 2 people in this fight, so we're already kind of boned, honestly. And we're just kind of getting collapsed upon by the enemy team at that point, so it's pretty bad already by that point. Mei's not super good versus this team comp, because Pharah and Widowmaker both counter Mei, so that's an issue. We counter Genji on paper, but here's the thing with countering Genji, is that as long as Genji doesn't fuck up, he doesn't actually die to any of his counters, right? Like, they start trying to kill him, but he just dashes away. So, even though, like, yeah, we counter Genji, Pharah and Widowmaker counter us a lot harder than we actually counter Genji, so it's gonna be an issue. As you see right there, we just take a big spike of damage. This is why Widowmaker is good against, Mei. Hanzo as well is technically good against Mei, because they are the only 2 of the only heroes in the game who can kill Mei before she can cryo freeze, which is a hard maneuver to pull off in Overwatch. McCree can also do it. Roadhog can do it, though he requires help from other people. You know, so... And then Pharah, what are we gonna do, right? we're gonna get lucky, is what we're gonna do about Pharah. So, like, a lot of our team are already dead, so we shouldn't really be this far up anyway. This is a common thing with Mei. There's no point to using the wall right now. The whole point of using the wall is that it separates the enemy team. So you want to actually, like, Mei's very frequently just use the wall for no reason. Basically, just kind of throw it out there for the sake of throwing it out there. The point is to, like, separate the enemy team, which isn't going to happen right there. We freeze. He missed us anyway, but we couldn't have known he was going to miss. So we freeze on reaction. So, Widows kill Genji. How very depressing. Once again, several of our team are already dead. What do we wall for right there? A little early. Tried to wall someone off. A little bit misaligned as well, but we tried to wall someone off just a little early. So, Widowmaker's an issue, but we got her in the head, and then she ended up dying not long after. This, again, there's no reason to do this, because this isn't separating anyone. In fact, if the enemy team is bad, doing that actually can end up helping them, because if the enemy team are bad, they're gonna run in staggered, right? Because they do that when they're bad. If you wall off the entrance when there's nothing there, like if you're not walling it off to pinch somebody and kill them, walling off the entrance usually actually makes them regroup slightly better if the enemy team is bad, which they probably are going to be in quick play. So, again, it's the wall that does nothing and can end up helping them if they're bad, because, well, they were probably just going to stagger themselves. The whole point of the wall is to just cut people off and kill them. This is the thing with Mei. She's very good at trapping people and killing them. She's very good at killing people, but she's very bad at doing damage. These two things are not the same. And, so we shouldn't be going up here to even try. Whole team's dead. Like, literally the whole team is dead right now. We shouldn't be over here. We're just gonna probably end up dying and being super staggered. You know, we can stall it out. Oh, is he gonna cook us? No, we get away with it. Alright, no, we're testing our luck even more. It was super likely we died there. Like, we're quite lucky to be alive. And there was no reason for us to be over here. We were never going to do anything. Our whole team was regrouping at the time, so all that was likely to happen was we die, and then we're dead when the rest of our team are fighting again. So now we've chucked the blizzard on the point as one typically does, and we're going to bully this person to death. We do know they have a Widowmaker, so try not to stand perfectly still, even while you're doing this. I know you want to, because you really want to line up the headshot, but try not to stand perfectly still while you're doing it. Also, keep an eye on the Mercy, because she looks like she's probably going to get frozen. Like, and we know she does in hindsight, but like, she looks like she's floating away. She actually drops down to the ground again, right before we see her leave our vision. So we actually had the opportunity to kill Mercy here, but we're tunnel-visioned on killing the Zarya. So the Mercy actually ends up getting away. And Mercy is a way more important kill than Zarya is. So awareness is a very big deal. That's like the recurring thing so far. You know, we talked about it during playing Mercy as well, but that like comes up right there. Awareness is also like not going in and like risking staggering yourself while your whole team is regrouping as well. Awareness is a fairly broad thing. This wall doesn't do anything again because like we're not cutting anybody off. It doesn't really achieve anything because we're not like stalling the point out right now either because like we're having a team fight basically right now. So that wall ended up not doing anything. Like this, there's still no reason to use it like this either because we know what the enemy team is. They can all get over this wall. So we spend a while setting this one up, but like it's never going to do anything. They can all go over the wall. The only one who can't go over the wall is already on the objective. So us setting that wall up does nothing. Again, we're better off using it to try and like pinch Mercy off from the rest of her team and kill her. Because us putting the wall there just doesn't do anything. They can all go over it. The only one who can't is already there. Zarya can't as well, I suppose, but she was dead at the time, so she wasn't even there to matter. It's very common with Mei, is just kind of throw their wall out for whatever reason. It's for pinching people off. And for saving people as well, but like, that wasn't happening right there. Again, this does nothing. They can all come over the wall if hopefully just doing it does nothing. Like best case scenario for us is we leave it open, somebody walks through and pinches, and then we get to wall them off and kill them, right? If we just do it right there, does nothing. Like they're not here, like they can all come over the wall, they aren't trying to fight us right now anyway. It just doesn't do anything. And this is the thing with Overwatch, right? It's like your ultimate is the most important part of your hero, because it's like the thing that defines your hero, right? And then after that, the second most important thing about your hero is their abilities. Very few heroes are actually defined by their guns, right? A couple of them are, like Widowmaker is of course defined by her weapon, Hanzo is defined by his weapon. So, you can debate Hanzo as well, to be fair. But your abilities are very important. Whenever you're using your abilities, you want to actually, like, get value out of it, right? This is most commonly seen with Mei and, Soldier, as well. It's very common where they'll, like, put their biotic field down somewhere, and then just, like, immediately leave it behind. That's like a 15-second cooldown that you have just used for nothing, because you immediately left it behind. You want to get value out of your cooldowns, right? And it's like, how do you get value out of Mei's wall? You use it to deny enemy ultimates, you use it to pinch people off and kill them. And sometimes you use it to save people. Like, sometimes you'll see Reinhardt coming, wall him off, blah, 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 you know. And like, if it's touch the point or die, it can get you like half a second when you're trying to stall out the point. But like, the way you get value out of this cooldown is by using it to kill people. And that's basically what you've got to bear in mind when you're playing Mei. You're not good at doing damage, but you are good at killing people. And she is also good at stalling. I run onto the point, freeze, fuck. Now she's there for like 4 fucking seconds. God damn it. But Mei's good at catching people and killing them. So that's basically how you get value out of the wall. You catch people and you kill them. Sometimes you use it to deny the enemy, but like, it is most frequently used to catch people and kill them. You see it all the time on like Hanamura. Mei's just sitting on the other side of the gate, waiting. As soon as somebody comes through the door, person's dead now. Numbani standing up on the balcony, just off to the side of the door. Somebody comes through the door, fucking dead, right? That's like the value of Mei's wall. Separates the enemy team. Now, the problem is that a lot of heroes in this game have vertical mobility. So, And it only actually kind of gets worse as time goes by, where more and more heroes will probably be able to get past her wall. But is that still working on them while they're in the pit? Yeah, it would be, because it's like a little bit off the ground, so you can probably kind of still see them down there. I just heard it ticking, but I couldn't see anybody on the point. Again, this is gonna do nothing. Their whole team is dead right now. I'm waiting to see what we do with it. Yeah, does nothing. Just, like what? Like, just ask yourself, right? Like, what do I realistically expect this to do? Right? I expect them to not come through that gate. Well, Farah was the one shooting through the gate, so she can go over it. Most of their team can go over it. So it's like, stops them from coming through the gate for an extra, like, second or two, maybe? It's not a great use of company resources, you know? If we can use it to kill somebody when they walk on the point, now that's a great use of company resources, because killing somebody is really impactful. So here we freeze, we heal. I will say this, that if you're in a situation where someone is looking at you while you're frozen, it usually pays to come out of it like a second earlier than the full duration of it, because if you go through the full duration of it, this is very, like, if you're playing Reinhardt, you're counting it down in your head till the person comes out of it, and you can use the ice cracking sound effect as well to know when they're about to come out of it. I've pinned a lot of Meis. I got very good at this. You can just, if you come out like half a second early, it'll mess up their timing if they're waiting for it. So it can save you if you're in the situation where somebody is staring you down, waiting to get you as soon as you come out. Ending it like a second early, even though you cut off some of the heal, might end up saving you, depending on the person who's staring at you. Like if McCree is staring at you, and he flashbangs you as soon as you come out, if Reinhardt pins you as soon as you come out, you're fucked. If you come out half a second earlier, that can fuck him up. Things not going super well right now. He is currently bubbled, which is unfortunate, because Zarya really fucks up Mei as well, because she purges your CC, crowd control. I'm trying not to say CC. Someone pointed out, not everyone knows what CC means. Most people know what crowd control is. So we're bullying the Zarya right now. Oh no, he had to reload. Oh, feels bad. Sorry, she still died. So even though things were going badly, somehow it just kind of all worked out. So, you know, that's cool. Easy, 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 easy. Easy. Come on, give us what? Nope. You're welcome. No, it's the wrong form of your. Easy. Skill. I'm just not really sure what his shit talk is building up to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I was watching the Widowmaker play of the game, like, skill, nice aim. If it was a soldier doing it, I'd understand the point. Like, if it was a soldier's tac visor kill, I'd get the idea, right? But, like, is he talking shit? He's gotta be talking shit, right? But it's like, Widowmaker did it. I just kind of don't understand. So, what do we got over here? How samurai movies are, there's a lot of reasons. And I don't understand. I've watched zero things related to curling, or the Winter Olympics. So I just kind of don't understand. Also, I've watched zero things related to Doki Doki Literature Club, yet here it is. Now, I've watched many AGDQ things, though, so that makes sense. This was really good. The Titanic run from the Awful Games Done Quick block. Recommend watching. Good stuff. Also, Superman 64 was very good. Just very distracted, you know. Just looked at a lot of things right here like, oh yes, things that are allegedly relevant to my interests. Anyway, Overwatch. So, the things that stand out the most is basically like, awareness, look around more, try and keep an eye on the kill feed so you know how many people on your team are dead and when you need to be backing out of the fight, basically. And so you know what things are currently dangerous as well. Like, if you see Widowmaker killing people, that means you gotta be afraid that Widowmaker's about to try and kill you. And you gotta try and get out of the way. So awareness, look around more, especially when you're playing someone like Mercy, because you need to know where people are, because some fucker's gonna try and pop out and kill you. You don't want that to happen. You need to know that guy is coming. So look around more, be more aware of where your team is, and what things are scary on the enemy team, because that also determines where you need to position. Because if they got a scary Widowmaker, you need to try and make sure you're staying out of line of sight, right? And then the other thing is, try to get more value out of your cooldowns, because like the whole time we were playing Mei, I felt like none of the walls were ever that valuable. There was one we tried to wall somebody off, but we like messed it up, but like, there weren't many actually impactful uses of the wall. They were just kind of like, just kind of threw it out there, right? So cooldowns are your abilities are very important. You want to try and get value out of all of your cooldowns. So we just like throw them out there, like hoping something happens or for the sake of it. And those are the things that stood out the most in this game. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. Join our Discord if you want, and you can ask questions more directly or just shitpost with us as we usually do. And I hope you found the video helpful.